Hi, I'm artist Lindstrom and this is my page. Did you know that sign language translators on TV, they'll actually have to be switched out pretty frequently? This is because doing these motions for so often can actually give you carpal tunnel syndrome. And this is where my idea came from. My idea was a robotic hand that could simply translate speech or whatever the person on television was talking about and turn it into sign language. I'm hoping that this project will be able to show my 3D modeling, my CAD design, but also my coding and building circuits, things like that. Just generally going down to the heart of engineering. That's what I like to do. So, how's this hand going to work? This hand, if you look at the biology of the hand, you'll see very clearly that these tendons around the back are much bigger and stronger and springier. And that's for a reason. It's because this motion is harder. It's harder to achieve than this motion, curling it in. The front, however, would have strings lining down, and those strings would be controlled by servos. So now I had to 3D model it. I usually work with different coding softwares, but I wanted to use Python for this one because Python is usually pretty easy to learn and I want to challenge myself. And basically what I told Python was I was going to import the speech recognition, and from that speech recognition, it was going to take the words I said, the graphs I said, whatever I said, and it was going to translate that into text. And then I could take that text and I could slice it down into its individual letters and whatnot and assign each of those letters a position. The first model was an absolute wreck. So I had to quickly, very quickly, like in less than a couple hours, model this new hand with hinges in between. And I also got the code working for the Raspberry Pi, where it will basically take what I said and turn it into text. So the code had to work like this. I was going to say something, and it was going to take what I said, the wavelengths, everything, and it was going to put it into the speech recognition program. And that speech recognition program was going to take out the text I needed, and then I'd have to do this, because we're doing the alphabet, it needs to be in words. So if I were to just say, if it contains A, then do this, then if I do cat, say the word cat, it would do A before C. That's not good. So I had to take the words, list them, basically slice them up, then say first letter is X, then continue that, next letter is X, that letter is X, that letter is X. And then I said, if X is this letter, then do this. This project had been the hardest project I had ever worked on. And I am so grateful for being able to access materials like a hot glue gun and a soldering gun and even being able to use a 3D printer. It's all just wonderful. But boy, I can only imagine what I could do if I had access to the materials that your school has. Sometimes I feel like my mind is overflowing, and I want to group that all together, and I want to put it out into the world. Nueva. Thank you for your consideration.